Hello. I am so sorry that I'm a few minutes late today. Normally, my kids wake up about 8 o'clock. Well, today they both woke up before 7. So, like, my movie was supposed to start at 7, and they both woke up. I'm like, no, 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 girls, don't wake up this early. I was supposed to have this done before you woke up. Ah, so they're off watching cartoons and Elsa and stuff. So now I'm here. So thank you, Teacher Kelly, for coming and waiting for me. I appreciate that. Well, let's get right to it because I don't know how long they're going to last, especially the 2-year-old who's very clingy this morning. She wants mommy. So let's get right to it. We are going to talk a little bit about VIPKID, a little bit about Outschool, and about any other companies you guys want to talk about. If there's any chatter you've been hearing about any companies out there, please let me know in the chat box or in the comments afterwards what is going on in the world right now, because there's a lot. Today is January 3rd, 4th, January 4th, 2022. Can you believe it's been 22 years since Y2K? Like, I remember year 2000 came around. We're like, whoa, it's 2000. Now it's been 22 years since that. Whoa. My mind just goes crazy thinking about, time and years and dates and stuff. Okay, so VIPKID, I don't think I've received the email from them yet today, so I don't know if there is an update today, but there was an update a few days ago. So let's go ahead and read that. It wasn't quite like update, but it's close enough. So let me head over there. It was more of a quick, hey, heads up, guys, this is happening right now in the platforms. So let me open this. Here we go. I'll get this a little bit smaller so that I can do it. Kathy, you're making me feel old. LOL. I know. I mean, I'm not that old, but just think of this 22 years since then. Like, wow, what have I been doing the last 22 years? And I was like, I don't know, high school when 2000 came around. Don't talk to me about pre 2000. When we're in high school, we're like, oh wow, I can't wait to be an adult. Now that we are an adult, it's like, ooh, adulting's hard. Okay, so let's head over here. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see this better. Okay, so is labeled to me. So dear Rebecca F, this is for me, but it's for everybody really. We're thrilled to announce some major upgrades to the teacher portal for the global platform. Okay, this can get kind of confusing, so hang on, guys, okay? So if you're in the global platform, this is for you, but if you're not, that's okay because it still applies to you too. You can now submit UACF, so unit assessment and class feedback, through the teacher portal for non-global platform classes. But you still need to submit the UACF for global platform classes by sending a ticket like before. Yeah, so once you sign the global addendum, you get access to the global students, the students around the world who are taking the global, which can sometimes be called international. That's kind of confusing where there's kind of both. If you have one of those global classes, you have to submit your feedback through a ticket, and there's a whole process. So you can label the day, the time, the student's name, your feedback, and then you just kind of hope that it gets their time. So if you're doing non-global classes, you can do feedback in the platform. If it's global, ticket. I am hoping that one day you don't have to the tickets anymore, that you can just go on and do the class feedback like we've always done. I mean, even back when I started 5 years ago, we were able to do class feedback in the portal. So this is going like pre all that. Okay, let's move on. You can open slots available to be booked for any time, not just 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Beijing time. So when I signed the global addendum back in November 1st, they did expand the time. So I could start earlier at like 7 or 7:30 a.m. Beijing time. I can go to like 11 or 11:30 p.m. Beijing time. So it expanded both sides. Well, now when you look at it, it is 24/7. It's from midnight all the way to midnight. So you have the entire 24/7 that you could open up. And I don't even know which spots are the hottest spots because it's not just for like Chinese students. It is for everybody. So there's really no like hot times per se yet. Um, Quick question, everybody. Who's on the global platform? Who is still on the old platform? Where are you at with this? How many bookings do you have per week or so? I know it's a struggle for a lot of people with VIP Kid right now. Okay, next one right here. Your open spots can be booked by global platform students, book note classes, and adult speaking course students if you're certified. So if you have Book Nook or if you have adult speaking courses, it can all be booked on the same platform. But if you don't have those certifications, then you just get the global students or whatever you're certified for. Global is major course 1 through 6. So there's no 7 and 8, and trials. The block time period is back. Have you guys seen that? Can you do the block time, like where you can block off saying, oh, I don't want to work these few days? That's kind of nice. The operation log is back so that you can check to see, did I open it? Did VIPKid open it? One thing that's not back is copy last week's spots. So when you open up, you have to click every single spot that you want to open. You can't say copy last week's spots and then just change a few things. So when I open my 35 spots a week, I have to press 35 times. And it's, I just have to just do it while I'm doing something else and just open 3-4 weeks in advance and then just leave it. And last thing is the go to classroom button in the booking details page has been removed. So booking page. So like where you have the chart, so you can't go to the classroom there. You have to go to the classroom page. Okay, sure. All other functions will remain the same, but we'll continue to make upgrades based on teacher feedback. Please do. We hope these quality of life improvements make your teaching experience just a little more convenient. Thank you. And as always, if you have any questions or other suggestions, feel free to submit a ticket to let us know. So they are working on it, and they're hopefully by the end of 2022, we'll have combined everybody together. All the pay will be the same across all things. Right now, you can be paid differently for Book Nook, maybe the adult speaking classes. You got your old contract, you got your global contract. It's it's kind of a mess right now, but it's getting there. Um, Teacher Kelly, you are on global, no bookings. Yeah, me too. I was one of the first, second, third wave to the global bookings. So I signed on November 1st, which was 2 months ago. So all of November, all of December, we're just January 4th. So I've had 2 full months on VIPKid Global, and I have had whoosh, 0 bookings. I've opened Monday through Friday 7 or 8 spots every morning, the traditional Chinese peak time. So my mornings, because that works best in my family life. And I've had 0. And it kind of stinks because when you're in the global platform, all of your stats get reset. So it shows that I have taught 0 global classes, which is true. I've taught 0 global classes, but I have taught 10,000 or more regular classes. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what contract you're on. It doesn't matter how many classes you've taught in your lifetime. It shows up as 0 global classes. So no one's going to book you. So you're just sitting there waiting in this like raffle pot of teachers for somebody to grab you. Once you have some bookings, then you can kind of get momentum because teachers can see that you've got 20 global bookings or 5 global bookings and you can kind of momentum. But I don't know. I'm this close to saying, forget it. I'm almost ready to just close down my VIP Kid bookings. I'm being booked with a different company, with Tutor ABC right now, which is Taiwan based. And I'm afraid that I'll get double booked. I don't want to have to cancel Tutor ABC for one class of VIPKid. The pay is about the same. So I've given them 2 months with nothing. So I don't know. I might keep them open a few more weeks. I might not. What are you guys going to do? When you're on the global platform, everybody gets $7 base pay, and then you get your normal chart incentive after that, where like the first 20 classes you get this much incentive, the next 20 classes you get this much incentive. So it is that regular incentive chart we've had for the last year. But everybody starts $7 base pay, which for pretty much everybody is a pay cut. So as you are looking for other jobs, kind of keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay. we're done with the sad part. We're gonna close this down for a second. Let's move on to Outschool. But if you have any other ESL companies you want to talk about, please do put it in the chat box. Let me know what's going on in your life. If you're with VIP Kid, are you still teaching some students who are not on the global platform? And how long do you think that's going to last? Yeah, just let me know. Let us know. Did you teach it all today? I taught 2 classes with Tutor ABC today. So there's that. Over in Outschool Land, because Outschool Land is my other jam, um, we are going to look at some kind of like some review things. I don't know if there's anything new that has been going out lately, but let's do a quick recap. One thing that was sent is the year in review, which is kind of fun. So let me bring that up. So I'm just kind of opening over here on my side. Teacher Kelly got a good idea. I'm thinking about doing ESL at Outschool. That is a really good idea. A lot of teachers are having good progress or good bookings with that. You can do one-on-one. You could do one to many. You could just decide how you want to charge and how you want to do it. I don't know if Chinese students can use Zoom and Outschool. They may be able to, might not, but it is an international platform that anybody in the world can learn from. There are select countries you can teach from as teachers, but learners can be from anywhere. So that's kind of cool. Like I had learners from Kuwait. I've had learners from, I think, Korea, Taiwan. I don't know. I've kind of lost track of who I've had students from or where I've had students from. Yes, Kathy is already doing that. Excellent. And what's nice about Outschool is that you can charge like the full amount and get more income. For example, VIP Kid, you can recruit students for VIP Kid, and the classes are about $25 a class, give or take, depending on how much your package is, and you as a teacher get $7 because the rest goes to overhead and curriculum and all that stuff. Well, if you teach on Outschool, if you charge, say, $25 for 25 minutes, Outschool gets 70% of that. No, hold on, scratch that. Outschool gets 30% of that and you get 70%. So you do the math but you're keeping 70% of $25, which is more than $7. It's more like 17, 18. I don't know. You guys do the math. Oh, I can always look it up later. But you are getting more take-home pay, but you have to make your own curriculum. You have to design your own things, you get to find your own students. So there's a little bit more work with Outschool, but there are so many sites out there where you can gather curriculum to use, or you can just kind of reuse what you've used at school. Like if you are a pre-K, kindergarten, first grade teacher, you probably have access to basic phonics type stuff. That'd be great for the very beginner ESL, learning letters, learning words, how to put things together. There's access to free stories online that you can have them read the stories, and you can work on pronunciation and comprehension and things that I can't do right now, like pronunciation. But so there are ways you can go about doing that. Kelly is planning to buy curriculum. That would be very good too. Just watch the copyright on anything that you either purchase or that you use. You want to make sure that you are using it correctly. Okay, since you are making profit from somebody else's work, you have to do it the right way. So make sure that when you buy it, they say that you can use it for profit, or you use the free stuff that's available. I'm not an expert at what you can use and what you can't use, so just be careful and read everything, fine print everything. Kelly says, I also have Nearpod and I can use some of their stuff. Excellent. I haven't really tried Nearpod yet. I'm sure it's great. Yeah, let me know how it goes. Okay, so Outschool sent a year in review, and it shows here in my email that's been quite a year. So these are cool stats. We're so grateful to have educators like you as part of our Outschool family. check out all we've accomplished together in 2021. So this is all teachers put together, smushed together. Okay, so this is like a lot. Number of learners reached 540,000 students. Awesome. It's a lot. Total hours taught 1.5 million hours. Whew. Total classes taught is 2.2 million because a lot of the classes are like half-hour classes. Some are 45-minute classes. Some are an hour and a half classes. So you got to average it all together. And numbers of families who express their love of OutSchool in messages, 236,000 students. Yay! Now, if you click out the check your stats here, it goes to your stats page on OutSchool where it shows you a breakdown of how much you've earned per month. So there's no fancy colors like this. It's just your regular stats page. Now what's cool is that I also got a cool chart like this for my learners, my kids. So let's take a quick peek at that because why not? So over here, here's your review. Here's my daughter, her friends, her cousins. I have like a bunch of people in the account. I change names all the time depending on like who's in my house. I will enroll whoever. Number of classes taken in 2021 is 79. Pretty good. Number of teachers learned with, 43. We like trying new teachers, like these one-time classes. We also have our favorites. Total learning hours, 157. And let's do more next year. Yay! So that's just kind of some fun stats for my learners. Mostly my daughter Esther, but occasionally I have somebody else join her. And so I will buy an extra spot for that second person so that they can share the same screen, but they're both enrolled because that is how you should do it. Quick, go back to Kelly. I'm going live with Jerry on Friday for a Nearpod Portal walkthrough. Awesome. Okay, guys, go check out Teacher Kelly Tag's profile YouTube page and check it out on Friday because I want to know how to use Nearpod. I think I've used it once as a parent, but I can't remember. I just kind of clicked on it. It's kind of like a cool video walkthrough thing. You got some great resources in there. I just haven't quite explored it well. So that'd be great to see how it works on the teacher side and how you present it and all that stuff. Excellent. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have in review? One big thing that is happening now is this third-party tools available. Starting in January, like now, they are restricting what sites children can go to, especially under the age of 13. So they should not be able to make an account anywhere or log in anywhere or give personal information out. So there are some sites that you cannot send the learners to. So if you have any current classes that use these things, you need to go back and edit them now. And then if you are making new classes, there's a way to show which websites you're using and make sure that they are COPA or COPPA compliant. So it's just a quick overview. I'm just going to skim this. It's all about learner safety and privacy. So if you're teaching anybody under 13 years old, you need to make sure that you're not making them like give personal information out. So it was announced in November. It will go effect January 1st, which was 3 days ago. So it's in effect now. So if you need to fix anything, do it now. I'm just going to skim a lot of these through. So like, for example, a website tracking children might encourage children to create accounts, share their email addresses or gaming handles, earn points. They may improperly use email addresses, so they don't want kids doing that. So here are some no-nos. Well, here's some policies. So you must indicate what resources you'd use so students can enroll their child and choose if they want their class or not. So you need to list it in your description or external sources so the parents can decide if they want to enroll in that class or not. Don't just surprise them later after they've enrolled because then they might just withdraw. So I'm going slowly. You can read through this on your screen. We've talked about this before. Teacher Kelly's talked about this a lot too. So you can add a resource as you make your class listing. It says add a resource, and here's the OutSchool approved resource. You choose a provider or another resource. So just make sure that it is COPA compliant. or COPPA. I don't remember. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. So here are the unapproved resources for kids under 13. So you cannot use any of these um, resources. You can't use Amazon. Now, maybe if you send it as a parent message, you can. I mean, I sometimes I post an Amazon link in the classroom page if it's for a supply they should get. And I'm assuming that just the parents go to the classroom, but the children can access the classroom. So maybe do in a parent message. I don't know. I mean, parents can go to Amazon, but kids, I mean, you don't want the kids on there buying everything. So you don't want to send them over there. But Boom Learning, Chess Kids, DLTK, Dropbox, Facebook, Flippity, GitHub, Gutenberg, Home with Holly, Learn Piano Live, Lichess, Math Playground, MusicTheater.net, Pinterest, Purpose Games, Quantum Physics for Kids, Quia, Quizzes, Replit, Rockalingua, Screencast-O-Matic, Supercoloring, Teacher Pay Teachers, VideoLink, Vimeo, information for under 16, ViewPure, and WordWall. Now, it does say here that you can use these materials in your classroom presentations and lectures as long as you're not linking them or giving learners under 13 a way to click on any of these sites. So you can't send the link later, but you can use it in class. You can show it off during class. So that's kind of nice. So if you want to show a video or do something with them. If you have any questions about this, you can probably put it on one of the Facebook things. I don't know. You can just see where it is. But that's one of the big things that is going on right now. Another thing that was in an email is create a budget for your business. This is really important to do. The other day, I went through all of my teaching platforms and I made a spreadsheet with each month and how much I made with like VIPKID and then the other ESL companies and then with Outschool. So I can kind of track all of my income. So when tax time comes, a little bit easier. Some places will send you an I-9, something like that. Some places won't. Outschool will not send you that. So you have to do your own records and tracks. So one of these days, just sit down and plug it all into like an Excel spreadsheet or whatever and just see where it is and go for it. They suggest doing it like once a month, and I really wish I did. Like I did really good up to August, and then I kind of slacked off. So I just went through and I finished it off a few days ago, and I actually did pretty well. Considering that everything just came to a halt in like August, September with all these ESL companies, I actually did pretty good this year. I was really surprised. Outschool really helped me kind of keep myself afloat. So yeah, step one, record your revenue. So write it down on some paper or on the computer somewhere. So take screenshots, whatever you need to do. So it is in one place. Track your spending. So the spending is separate. You've got business spending and you've got your personal spending. So, you just kind of go through this and see what you want to talk about. Step 3, give every dollar a job. You got to figure out where things are going to go, and then you got some leftover money. So that's good. And then here's some more tips. These are just kind of helpful tips that can help you out. But I do agree that you should go and sit down and write down everything that you've made. And then here is one last thing. It's your communities of practice for educators. They have started some new Facebook groups that I'm a part of them too, that are specialized for certain age groups. So there's like a 2-month cohort for whatever ages you teach. And then when you finish that, you get sent over to the alumni group. So then you can join the people who've already been in the previous groups. And we just have, they give prompts. So you can answer questions like, oh, what do you do about this? And what do you do about this? What's your favorite thing about this? And I like those prompts because it makes me think about things and I can answer them versus, what do you want to talk about? I don't know. What do you want to talk about? They're really good about making these prompts. And they have like streaming videos, maybe some Zoom meetings, talking and discussing about things. It's kind of fun, kind of like personal development, but also in like a small group of teachers you kind of get to know. And then there's also content groups. So you could do ELA educators, science educators, art educators. There's elementary and secondary. I'm part of the science educators elementary because I teach science experiments to ages 3 to 7. So I'm part of that group. Speaking of groups, this is something different. The Outschool groups, which is like a Facebook page for the kids to like post projects on. I don't have a group by myself, but there is those. Another thing that's going on right now are pods. There's a big push for enrollment in pods. Pods, and I'm part of two of them, are a group of teachers who teach together, sometimes one teacher per day, and it is like an all-inclusive unit per se. It's like a teaching team. So I'm part of one pod called the All Stars. You can join in. It's got me, I teach the STEM stuff. It's got Jerry, who teaches art, and it has Shannon, who teaches movement and PE. So you can get those three things that are sometimes lacking in school settings. It's kind of like a supplemental class. We meet Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for like 40 minutes every morning or every afternoon. It'd be a fun one. Another one that I'm part of is called the Bright Horizons Academy, and those are for the younger students, ages 3 to 5 or 3 to 6, and it's made as a kindergarten readiness class. So we teach 3 days a week and then 2 days a week, kind of alternate Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. And I'm teaching them math science. Marianne's doing reading. Evelyn Joy is doing Spanish. Rachel is doing the circle time about the theme of the week, and Pam is doing music. So we have 5 content areas in one big sign up. So the kids sign up for one class, they have one link to join, and they just show up every day for a different teacher, different subject. They don't have to search for different classes. It's all right there. Um, if you go to Outschool and you search like the find classes and you go Outschool pods, you can see all the list of the pods available. And I think I will go to that so you guys can see what that looks like. Kelly has a good question. It says, how do you find people for pods? I'm asking around. Back in the summer, there were people who were asking for people, and some of the people were in part of the summer camp adventures. And so we kind of started finding people together and joining the group. You can still join now, but I don't know. It starts on the 10th, so it might be hard to start this wave, but the they buy by months, so they buy 4 weeks at a time. So we'll have wave two starting on February. Let me look at my calendar real quick. February 14th, I think it is, or February 7th. 14th, I don't know. So if you can get your application in and connect with people, find some people, then you can probably do it for wave two. They can add you into the list. So let's take a quick peek at Outschool pods, just to show you what kind of classes are available. Quick few clicks. Okay, let's go over here. So here is the search page. I'm going to type in here Outschool pods, and they're all hosted by Outschool pods, but each individual teacher goes together. So if we click, so here are all the classes that are offered. We've got bilingual circle time with English and French. We've got the All Stars, which is where in art, fitness, games, STEM, and more. There is the Guided Phonics Beyond. So we're starting to put in the title what it is that we talk about, and I think that helps the learners know. We've got some STEM, Imagination Station, first grade, full semester. That's kind of fun because you can just take that class and it's your first grade class, like all there. Some of these are more supplemental, some are more academic. So here's the Bright Horizons that I'm a part of. And then here are some that don't match your schedule or they're not open right now, but they can be available. Maybe they teach really early morning. And so there are some out there. Yeah, so they're kind of fun. And you just pay by the month. You get your inclusive with teachers. It's kind of a great way to do things. Let's take a peek at All Stars. So we talk about, who's in there. It's $14 per class and it's all there. It's 40 minutes, 3 days a week. Boom, done. You get one teacher per day. We talk about all kinds of things together. So yeah, we are still accepting learner enrollments in there up until like the 9th, and it starts on the 10th. So that's kind of cool. And then we'll like reopen up every wave, like every 4 weeks, so that new people can join in too. Yes, I will have to look up on how to find teachers, like how to connect teachers together, and then how to apply. I know they're still accepting things. It's still in the beta stage, the trial stage, to see how it works, what works best. This fall, it was kind of like the very trial thing. And so we talked about how we can make improvements for the spring so we can make it better for teachers, make it better for learners, how we can get more teachers in. So we're still figuring out. It's not like perfect yet, but it is a good work in progress. And it's kind of fun to be part of a pilot stage. So hopefully you can find somebody, Kelly, to join with. You need at least 2 teachers, maximum of 6 teachers, which is a lot of teachers. So I'd stick with like 2 to 4 teachers, and then find a way to kind of balance your subject areas together so that it fits. Choose your age. You can choose your time of day, your price, all that stuff. So I think it's time for me to go. I think I've talked about almost everything I could think of. And my little girl really wants to say hi. You want to say hi? Hi. Yeah, we're going to go find your baby. Can you say goodbye to my friends? Bye, everybody. See you later.